if it seems impossible. No matter if it takes time. No matter if you have to up all night. Just remember that the feeling of success is the best thing in the entire world. I repeat, the feeling of success is the best thing in the entire world. Dear students and all those who are witnessing this program, let me tell you, these lines clearly describes today's young and dynamic speaker who is going to talk about his success story. He achieved this with his hard work, persistence and consistency. Give a round of applause to him. My dear students, presenting before you Anuj Pachhel, student of Montfort School, Nagpur, 2016 batch. He is a true epitome of our school's motto, strive for excellence. Anuj, thank you so much for accepting our invitation, and thank you so much for coming up with this creative idea of sharing your inspiration with your juniors in your own school. Once again, I welcome you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Dear students, as I already mentioned, Anuj is a student of Montfort School, Nagpur, 2016 batch. A proud achiever who secured 885th rank in All India NEET among 15 lakh students who appeared for it. Anuj secured gold medal in first year of MBBS, both in anatomy and biochemistry. Anuj is a national quiz winner, anatomy, Maharashtra University of Health Science. Very popular part-time YouTuber having more than 8 million viewers. Founder of Exxon app for biology. And the most important one which I would like to proudly mention is that Anuj is also author of Superior Extremity book for anatomy. Once again, I request you all to give him a round of applause.
Thank you.
Anuj, what an achievement at the age of 20, and I am confident that you are truly going to inspire the young minds today. Once again, I welcome you, and I request Falguni ma'am, who taught Anuj for 3 years, to please welcome Anuj to this program.
Thank you.
Anuj, believe me, today we all are excited, and I strongly believe that every member of this Montfortian family is excited to see you, to talk to you, and to meet you. How do you feel?
This is first of all very exciting for me as well, because 2-3 years ago I was one of you guys. मैं 10th C में था, which was here, but now it has been shifted to somewhere else. So what I want to tell you today is actually, if I was a student over there and now I'm a student over here, you can be the same, right? And of course, I'm very excited. I'm very grateful to have every one of you here. And thank you so much, everybody, for inviting me. Thank you so much for giving me this. And yeah.
Okay. Anuj, my next question to you is that every child keeps on changing the dream. Like when you are at the age of, when you are in 5th standard, your dream is different. When you come to 7th standard, it suddenly changes. When you come to 10th standard, and then with the age and with the changes of the lifestyle, you keep on changing your dream. How did you fix in your mind to become a doctor, and at what stage you decided to become a doctor?
Okay, so the reason that I think that most people change their dreams, because everybody undergoes the same sequence. First it starts with pilot, and then they end up with doctor. So everybody goes through a sequence, and the reason is that once we are young, we are not aware about what are the different subjects which are there. We are not aware about what are the different possibilities of things we can do. And as we grow older, we gradually come to realize that it is much more than just a pilot or just a doctor or just an engineer. And I think that once we settle onto something which we are really passionate about, which I will go into detail in the seminar that I will be conducting in a moment, at that point, I think our dream gets fixed. So for me, becoming a doctor, well, it was kind of acquired and inherited in the same way. So the thing is, my family is mostly composed of doctors. And so that is one of the things you might have noticed that people whose parents are doctors usually end up being doctors. And the thing is, because from the starting itself, the culture that I've seen around my home, that has shaped me a lot. And at around 9th or 10th, mid-10th, I was fixating my mind on chalo, we can do MBBS. I mean, if we get through NEET, that is. So mid 10th, I would say.
And that you achieved. Yes. So my next question is related to the previous one only. Like planning and dreaming of becoming this and that is very easy. It takes a few fraction of seconds. But then how you keep yourself always focused and motivated what you want to achieve?
Okay. So this is like if you have been following me around on YouTube. कोई है यहाँ पे YouTube का subscriber?
There are many followers. I asked in the class. There are
Okay.
many.
चलो ठीक है. So if you have been following me, this is one of the top 3 questions that I get. कि how do you keep yourself motivated towards the things that you are doing? And everybody runs out of motivation at some point in their lives. But the thing is, you have to understand that there are 2 things. There is motivation and there is dedication, right? If you are motivated for something, that will last a short duration. It will last a week, it will last 2 weeks, and it will then fade away. If there is a fire that is inside you, if you are dedicated towards something, if you really want to see a change in the world, if you really want to do something, then that dedication, that fire never extinguishes. And that is what keeps us going. Keeps me going rather, that I'm dedicated towards whatever I'm doing, be it YouTube channel or my app or giving seminars like this, etc. So I think that could be the answer.
Okay. And my last question to you before we start the session, what was the role played by Montfort School Nagpur in shaping your career and what you are today?
Okay. So the thing is, it played a big role. I would say it played a very big role actually. Because we are the years that we spend in schooling, our adolescent years, the person that we become in those years is the person that we stay on forever. It does not really change that much.
Yes.
And the values, the experiences, and everything that is coming to us in the environment also at that particular phase, that is very important. And the environment which is provided in the school, the competition which is there, and the general values which are imparted to children, I think that played a huge role, because it's always said that we are the aggregate of the 10 people that we stay with. And the 10 people that I was with when I was here were very competitive. They were very, those kind of people, they were striving for excellence. So I think all of that kind of shaped me into who I am today. That's it.
Thank you so much, Anuj. So, dear students, presenting before you Anuj with his topic of webinar, Art and Strategies to Build Your Dream. Over to you, Anuj.
So, before we actually start off our seminar and, do our normal talking, I would like to instill a few things inside you, okay? So, the first thing I would like to start by telling you a quote from one of my favorite people from history. So you might know him as a very famous physicist he was born around 1879. In the 1900s, he, became the one who pioneered special relativity, general relativity. You might be aware of him. His name was Albert Einstein. So ab to pata chal gaya hoga, hai na? So there's this quote by Einstein which I really enjoy. He says that everyone is a genius. Everyone is a genius. That means everybody you have ever met, everybody you have ever seen, everybody that you will ever meet is a genius. But then, being the complicated guy that Einstein was, he said, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, the whole life the fish will think that it is stupid. इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? थोड़ा complicated है. Well, the thing is that if you have a competition between a monkey and a fish, both of them have to climb a tree. And I am announcing that at the end of the competition, whoever climbs the tree first is a genius and the other one is stupid. Then the fish will spend its entire life thinking that, Arey, I cannot even climb a tree. But if you have a competition for swimming between a monkey and a fish, the fish will win. That means everybody is a genius. The only thing is, some geniuses have not found out about their streams, about what they're really good at. And I want each and every one of you to understand this fact, that theek hai, some of you might not be good at maths, some of you might not be good at social science. That does not mean you're weak. That does not mean that you don't know anything. That does not mean that you cannot do great things. The other thing I want to tell you is that you are a miracle. Miracle samajhta hai sabko? There is a chapter in, I guess, English, the miracle on Hudson River. So miracle is something magical, okay? So you are a miracle. The slightest possibility of your existence is very, very narrow. Stephen Hawking, another famous person, another very dear person to us who is not here with us sadly today, he said one thing. He said that we are just moderately intelligent species of apes who are on this random planet who is orbiting an average star. So the possibility of your existence, as you can imagine, is very, very low. The fact that you are here living, breathing, enjoying life, it is very, very low. And that is a miracle, my friends. The possibility of our existence is 1 in 400 trillion, around 14 zeros. So you can imagine that you are incredibly rare. You are a miracle who is here to do miracles. And never ever believe in anything other than this. तुम्हें कोई टेस्ट में अच्छे नंबर नहीं मिले, it's okay. तुम्हें अगर कोई परीक्षा में अच्छे नंबर नहीं मिले, it's okay. But all of you must believe in yourself and always remember that you are a miracle. Only with this mindset will you be able to actually go out there and conquer everything. Because I'll just take my personal example. If I'm a second year student in MBBS, and as you can imagine, MBBS is kind of difficult to study. And if I were to tell you that in second year, I've grown a YouTube channel and started an app, which is a very tiring task in itself, then you might think that, how is it possible? The thing is, I believe in myself. I believe that all the adventures that I'm doing are something which is fruitful and that I'm a miracle. You also have to believe that. सबको समझ गया? हाँ बोलो. हाँ. Okay, चलो. So now we will start with my actual, seminar. The seminar about building your dream. So what happened to me was that when I was in 9th and 8th, the thing what used to happen is that I was good at all the subjects. I can imagine most of you are, because the pattern is in such a way that everybody scores above 95 nowadays. So everybody is good at every subject. Then how do you decide what you really want to be? How do you decide what you actually want to be? Right? So through this seminar, I will hopefully help you find out what your purpose or your mission or your passion is. All right? So open up your books and take a piece of writing instrument in your hand, pen, pencil, jo kuch bhi hai. And we will start by chapter 1. That is finding your dream. Once you know what you have to find, then you can chase it. Okay? All right. So I want you to, first of all, listen, everybody, look at me, right? First of all, what I want you to do is right now, in that copy, give the heading, things I'm really good at. Things I'm really good at. All right? Once you have that heading down, that basically means you have to write in this column that all the different skills, all the different subjects, anything that you can think of in which you are excellent. Like the fish was good at swimming, the monkey was good at climbing. What are you excellent at? I'll give you a minute. You can just think about it. Any subject. I like science. I like math. I'm good at making websites. I'm good at making apps. So those are the things I'm good at. I'm also good at making videos. It can be anything. I write down as many things as you can. Write down 5, 6, 10. How much you can imagine. The thing is, once you know what you're really good at, you can follow that passion. This is the first step. Right? So I hope everybody has got it down. Done? Okay. The next thing is that now I want you to look at that list which you have made, and if I were to ask you, among the activities, the subjects or the skills which you have written down in that list, which is the one activity or the subject or two activities or the subject which you would like to do every day without getting bored? Like I can make videos every day without getting bored. I can read science every day without getting bored. But maths, I am really good at maths, but I would not love to do maths every day. So there are things which you're really good at, but there are things which you're really good at, but also you really, really love. So I want you to make list number 2, things that I love. And that things that I love list should be a derivative of the first list. That is, things you are really good at. I hope nobody is confused. कोई confusion है तो please हाथ उठा के doubt पूछ लेना. Everybody is okay? All right. Now remember, you're good at a lot of things, but you don't love a lot of things. There are only a few things which you actually really enjoy doing. So let me ask you, beta, what have you written in your second list? Science, right. So the thing which she has written in her second list, the thing which she is really good at, plus the things that she really loves. The combination of these two things, my friends, is called as passion. You're really passionate about science. So the second list is actually the list of your passions. Have you understood me? Things that you're really good at, plus things that you really enjoy doing. You can do science every day for their entire life, but you will never be bored of it, correct? So that's your passion. Now that you have found your passion, we'll go to the next step. I want you to make a third list. So you can write it, list number 3. And what I want you to do in the third list, actually, my friends, is think about the passion which you have just found out, and think about the ways your passion could earn you some money. Like science, she's written science. She might be fond of making things. She can write engineering. She might be fond of cell biology. She can write research cell assistant. She can write anything that is related to science. So those are the few things, few jobs in our society which is actually giving you some amount of money. Anything? Right. कोई किसी को कोई doubt है? Is anybody confused? No? Okay. So I hope everybody is done with it. Done? So beta, what did you write in the third list? Videography? Choreography. So I'm supposing you were really good at dancing and you really love dancing, so you wrote choreography. My friend, the third list which you have just made, that is the list of profession. Your profession, which you have decided by yourself without any external pressure, is a composition of 3 things. The things which you're really good at, the things which you really love, and the things which can earn you some money. So imagine if she's a choreographer. She's really good at it. She can train thousands of people. She really loves it. She can do every day, and she can earn money off of it. What is this? This is a profession. Now remember, guys, many people consider profession as being things which you are really good at and things which can earn you money, but nobody talks about the aspect of love, right? But I want you to know that if you don't love your profession, then you will be stagnant in that. You will not move, you will not progress. So everybody who is in here with me, I want you to understand that you must love your profession. For me, I would love to spend my entire holidays being in the clinic, looking at patients, diagnosing conditions, doing experiments and tests, because that is what my profession is, and that is also what my passion is. Have you understood me? So by this time, I think everybody has got to know a little more about themselves, that what they are really striving towards. Everybody has got it? बेटा आपने क्या लिखा प्रोफेशन में? डॉक्टर? राइट, तो हमारे सेम फील्ड है. हाँ, ठीक है. So that was your list number 3. All right. So that basically concludes what your profession should be. Now comes chapter 2. Finding your dream was done, chapter 1. Now is actually chasing your dream. Now that you have your target fixed, now that you have your compass, I want you to chase your dream. So देखो, in around I guess 1350s or 1550s, I don't really remember, there was a biggest library in the entire world. It was so big that it had almost all the literature that was around that time placed in one place. I guess it was in Rome or somewhere. And it was flourishing for like 200 years, and then it got destroyed, as civilizations do. And that library was the place where people used to come to, read anything which they had the confusion about. What if I told you the biggest library in, the biggest library in the world is actually right in your phone? You have all the information about every single question that you can think of asking in your phone. So now the second question becomes how to become a choreographer, how to become a doctor, how to become an engineer. So the second phase of actually chasing your dreams is actually knowing what path I have to take, what subjects I have to take, what exams I have to give in order to become a choreographer or a doctor or another doctor, right? So I want you all, once you are home with this list, I want you all to open up your phone or your computer or anything which has an internet access and Google the phrase actually, how to become a dash. And in that dash, what will you fill? Your profession. Everybody is clear? किसी को कोई भी doubt है तो बोल दो. No? Everybody is enjoying this, right? Nobody is getting bored. एक बार ऐसे कर दो. ठीक है. चलो, तो now that you have Googled it, there will be thousands of web pages which are, going to appear. I want you to go at least first 15 web pages and I want you to read about your profession and the journey to your profession, the exams, the subjects, everything in Google itself, right? Next thing, after you're done with Google, I want you to go in YouTube and search the same phrase, how to become a choreographer, how to become a doctor, and watch the first 15 videos that appear over there. With this much information, you have now a basic roadmap of how you are going to go about chasing your actual true profession. My friends, always remember, even if you think that your profession is something very inachievable, very difficult to achieve, right? If somebody was to say, my profession is a cricketer, and we all know how difficult it is to be an actual cricketer playing the matches. But the thing is, if you're really good at something, nobody can ignore you. If you are the best cricketer the world has ever known, you will be on the top, right? So therefore, always remember your profession should be something which you're really good at. Samjha itna? Right. Okay, so now that you have the information of Google, YouTube, what to do now? Now I want you to find somebody who is actually practicing that profession which you have written in your notebook. आपने डॉक्टर लिखा. Find a doctor in your family or in your friend's family or in the friends' family so that you can actually take a few minutes, 15 minutes, and talk to them about how it is, what is their life like, and is the life that you imagined in your head, is that the life that they are leading, right? Because it might happen that somebody is really fond of geology and somebody is really fond about digging up the earth materials and finding out what ores are there. But in reality, it just is like take a piece of sand and analyze it in the computer. So is that the real life that you're dreaming about, right? With that, you have your final roadmap, your profession. You know how to get from point A to point B. Now let's come to chapter 3, that is the journey, right? So how will you take this journey towards your profession? So it's very easy. Always remember, success in anything basically comes from 2 or 3 factors. The most important factor, does anybody know what is the most important factor to success? Any idea? Bro? Nahi? Aapko koi idea? Hard work, that's right. Hard work. Hard work is the only thing which will take you from point A to point B. There is no shortcut, and don't let anybody fool you by saying that there is a shortcut. I see videos on YouTube, they're saying 45 days strategy for NEET, last 10 days strategy for NEET. They will never work. A thing, if has to be achieved, some amount of time has to be put into that thing itself. So my friends, once you are on the journey towards chasing your profession, I want you to put in all the amounts of hard work that you can imagine. And always remember, there's a difference between work and hard work. पता है सबको ये क्या होता है? Work मतलब you're going to college, you're coming home, you're studying a little bit, and then you're going to sleep. That's work, that's not hard work. Everybody is doing it. Hard work means that after you are done studying, you study extra 2 hours, you solve an extra paper, you do extra MCQs. That is hard work. After you feel like you can't go on, if you sit for 1 more hour and practice something, that is hard work. And only hard work will get you from point A to point B, right? Because the competition is such that if it was any exam whatsoever, 99% chances that you won't get selected. In NEET, 15 lakh people are giving the examination. There are 50,000 government medical college seats. So can you imagine 14 lakh 50,000 people are selected out? That is 99%. Only the top 1% will ever get to their dream profession. Therefore, hard work is the only key, and the only key which you have to follow. Everybody is understanding me? Second thing, consistency. What does consistency mean? Consistency means that every single day, not one day has to be skipped. It's your birthday, does not matter. It's Sunday, does not matter. Not one day should be skipped. If it is skipped, you have broken your streak. Snapchat, पता होगा सबको क्या है? Snapchat में फोटो भेजते हैं अपने दोस्त को, और हर दिन जितने बार भेजोगे उतना एक स्ट्रीक काउंट होता है. ऐसे तुम हर रोज अपने किताब के साथ 2 घंटा बैठो, अपने iPad के साथ 2 घंटा बैठो. समझ रहे हो? So this is something, hard work, consistency. And the third is luck. If you are not lucky, then nothing will happen. And luck is also not something rare. Many people are lucky, right? So the luck is something which I cannot say how to get it, because I myself don't know how to get it. So things just randomly happen and you can't do anything about it. But what you can do is hard work and consistency. Repeat after me, hard work and consistency. Hard work and consistency. Will you all be hardworking? Yes. Will you all be consistent? Yes. Do you know what your dream is? Yes. Do you have some ideas? Do you have a compass that will lead you to your dream? Yes. Always remember, the only thing that will get you from point A to point B is hard work. And there's a difference between work and hard work. Everybody is clear with this? Yes. Right. So, कैसा लगा सेमिनार? अच्छा लगा? थोड़ा सा और बाकी है, देख लेते हैं. Right, so now that you have just chosen your profession, let's say that I am now becoming a doctor. Now comes chapter 4, that is asking what the world needs. Because it would be very selfish for me if I were to work only for myself. मैं patients देख रहा हूँ, खुद पैसे कमा रहा हूँ, खुद के family का पेट भर रहा हूँ. That would be very selfish. We are in this world to serve humanity and not to serve us. Right? You are here for the greater good, not for your selfish own good. So what the world needs from you? If you are a doctor, if your profession is a doctor, what does the world need? The world needs better healthcare. The world needs more vaccinations. All of the things are something which after you're in your profession, you should strive to do that. For my case, I want to be a person who is kind of a symbol for a student who is hardworking. I'm doing that by putting out videos on YouTube. And that's what the world needs. In lockdown, nobody was studying. I hope that some of the videos which I've put out on the internet has helped at least not 5 but 10 people on the planet that have lost their motivation to study, right? So the fourth question that you should all be asking yourself is actually what the world needs and what can I do my part to serve the world, right? So my fellow Montfortians, this seminar is concluded and I hope that I have changed your life just by this much, right? Again, just repeat after me. What are the 2 things for getting from point A to point B? Hard work and consistency. Right? Right. Does anybody have any questions?
Good morning. My name is Ruchika and my question is related to how do we stop procrastinating?
Okay.
As we generally prefer momentary pleasures, so what is an efficient way to overcome?
Okay, so the thing is, it would be ironical if I would be answering these questions because I myself procrastinate a little bit. But the thing is, if you are working for 8 hours, then you should allow yourself to have a break for 2 hours. We usually procrastinate when we are overworked. Let's say मैं दिन भर से पढ़ रहा हूँ and शाम में somebody tells me कि you have to study 1 more chapter from pharmacology. I will tell मैं नहीं पढ़ रहा, मैं कल पढ़ूंगा. That is procrastination. Why is that happening? Because I am overworked since the morning. What if I took some breaks, some strategic breaks in between, and my mind was relaxed till the evening, and somebody says कि let's study 1 more chapter from pharmac. I'm like ठीक है, एक ही chapter है, we can do it. So the thing is, don't overwork yourself, don't go into burnout. Do hard work, but also take breaks, strategic breaks. ठीक है, ऐसे aberrant breaks नहीं. ऐसे नहीं कि एक दिन पढ़ रहे हो 4 दिन का break है. That should not happen. And consistency is there. If you're consistent for 21 days, a thing becomes a habit. Might be familiar with that, right? So if it's a habit, then it won't change. तुम्हारे सामने अगर difficulty भी आ गई, you won't procrastinate. If it's a habit of you to study every day for 4 hours, after 35 days of doing it, the 36th day, no matter what happens, if it's your birthday, you will study for 4 hours, right? So that is the way we can avoid procrastination. I'm also working on it, so I'm not the best person to be answering this question. Okay, any more questions? Feel free. I'm your friend, huh?
What inspired you to write a book and build an app and such things?
The last question which we asked ourselves, what the world needs, right? So for the book itself, I thought there are, you see, when you will be in first year, if anybody of you takes MBBS, anatomy is a very difficult subject. You might have heard of it. Everything about the human body is very complex. So I thought, what if there was a simpler way I could explain to people rather than most books are out there? And so I did. I wrote a book about the topics in anatomy and the simplest way to do that. And an app. So app, actually I got inspired by, there's this coaching class, right? It's an online coaching class. You might have heard about it. I'm not supposed to name it, but it's very famous. Aman Dhattarwal, you might be knowing. He teaches in that coaching class itself. You might have gotten the idea what I'm talking about. That coaching charges around 35-40,000 for 2 years of coaching of 11th and 12th. I thought, एक गरीब बच्चा है, if a lady who is coming into my home for dusting and cooking, how is she going to afford a 40,000 education for 2 years? And education is simple. It's overcomplicated. People have overcomplicated, but it's actually simple. You just have to take a book, you have to read it, you have to understand it. That's education. That's what education is for 11th and 12th at least. So I thought ki I'll make some lectures and I'll put them inside an app, and that app will cost less than a daily wage of a laborer, right? And that is what the idea of Axon is, that in around 600 rupees the person can have the best biology lectures that I've taught for like 120 hours or something like that in that app, and that person can have it. Apart from that, I've also added questions and I've done a few more things. So that's the idea. What does the world need? If you are into your profession, you have to answer the fourth question. Don't be selfish, right? Give the world as much as it has given you. Okay? Is that okay? Okay. Any more questions, my friends? Bolo.
Good morning, I'm happy to. And my question to you is, what do you want your artistic legacy to be?
Artistic legacy. I guess my YouTube videos would be the artistic legacies which I have, because making videos is kind of an art in itself. All the different music, all the different narration, all the text, all the video cinematography that you see, it's nothing but art in a digital form. So I guess that would be my artistic legacy for the world. Any more questions? लड़के पूछ ही नहीं रहे कुछ.
Yes.
हाँ.
Good morning, sir. My name is Abhishek.
Good morning, Abhishek.
You have cracked NEET with 858 rank. So it is a very big achievement. So we all have NEET has a very vast syllabus, and we all have that one feeling when we get that this is too big and we have to solve much, and we get depressed. So how do we cope up with that?
Like I told in the first thing, which ma'am asked me, how do you find motivation into something? Like if you focus on NEET, and if you allow yourself only one chance, if you really restrict yourself to giving only one chance for NEET, it's like you have to leap between this and this, or yahan pe khai hai. Okay, so you get only one chance in that, right? So what will you do? You will give your best. So if you have that mindset that I'm only going to get this opportunity once, that will actually start a fire in you. That if you think about procrastinating, if you think about losing time, you think, yeah, I have got only one chance. There are obviously more chances for NEET, people can reappear, but you yourself, if you decide to give it only one chance, no plan B, then what will you do? You will give your maximum. And that is what my mentality was. I was like, I will never repeat. I mean, that's obviously not the correct one, but it's something which is very, very powerful. So no plan B is something which I focused on, and that's what gave me motivation when I thought the syllabus is too vast and it's difficult. No plan B, that means you have to make it or you'll die. There's only one chance, not even other chance. So that's what everybody should be focusing on. Don't allow yourself the space to have that extra chance, right?
Thank you.
Huh.
Any other question, children?
Feel free to ask. Anyone? नहीं चलो ठीक है. Did you enjoy the seminar?
Yes.
Are you sure about it?
Yes.
Okay. So
any other question? Any question you want to ask? No. Okay. Anuj, thank you so much, and I am honestly sure that you are highly motivated by your talk. You have opened up your book of success with such a planned chapters, and I'm honestly touched by it, and I'm sure all are touched by it and all are going to follow it. Isn't it? Give a round of applause to Anuj.
thank you.
And I also appreciate the time management. He was given 45 minutes and he wind up the things in a very meticulously planned way. Thank you so much, Anuj. I request our principal, Reverend Brother Shine Alex, to share his views on this program.
Dear Anuj Pachhel, our old student, we everyone in Montfort School this morning feels really proud, and it is a great privilege for us teachers to see you back in the school. Thanks for coming to Montfort School to inspire your younger brothers and sisters. Mr. Anuj Pachhel is a miracle. He just now told you you are a miracle. Anuj Pachhel himself, I certainly believe, is a miracle. How many wonders are there in this world? How many wonders are there in this world? 7. Only 7 wonders. Now he has told you to Google in the making of a doctor, in the making of a choreographer, in the making of a dramatist, painter, doctor, etc. and etc. Google and see how many wonders. Google may give you 70 wonders, 700 wonders, 7,000 wonders, 70,000 wonders. How many wonders can we identify as part of the history of Montfort School? Nagpur, in its existence of 20 years, we have got a 20-year-old boy who can be identified as one of the wonders of Montfort School, Nagpur. Concentration, commitment, communication skills, confidence, creative thinking skills, critical thinking skills create a champion like Anuj Pachhel. He has beautifully explained to you what is I understand by concentration. Focus. Do you know who you are? Who am I? Where am I? What am I? Why am I doing this? He simply asked you to write down what you like, what you love, chase your dreams, and that is a discovery of yourself with 100% concentration. Focus your target. Try to discover your goals, which in his words beautifully said, Z plus generation guy like you, if I talk to you about that, you will not take it. Beautifully said. Try to become aware of your passion. That's what Anuj shared from his success mantras. So be a boy or a girl studying in class 10th, 11th and 12th, preparing for your board exams. Have that focus, understand, do everything with full concentration. Hard work and hard work and hard work. If all of our teachers tell you, you would poo-poo us, you would fool us. This Buddha, this principal, or this teacher, that mommy and daddy is talking to me about work, work and hard work. 20-year-old guy who is like you, thinking, doing what he likes to do, what he loves to do freely, tells you this morning, makes you repeat hard work. I am shocked. When I say, when your parents, mommy and daddy say, beta, beti, do hard work, kya purana kahani, old story. Don't want to do that. That is commitment, dedication, 100% efforts in what you like to do, what you love to do, what you're passionate about. With consistency, he said. Daily. I happened to see his video, getting up in the morning and study with me. Anuj Pachhel said, 8 o'clock in the morning he gets up. And that 8 is what I want to tell you this morning. 8 hours of sleep, 8 hours of rest, 8 hours of relaxation is compulsory for every one of you. 8 hours of self-study per day. Consistently, whether it is your birthday or not, as said by Anuj. Compulsory, every student of class 10, 11 and 12 must spend 8 hours of self-study and 8 hours of all other things that you love to do as a hobby or a passion, including 3 hours of your class in the school, 1 hour of 2 hours of coming to school and going back to school. That's 3 plus 2, 5 done. You got another 5 hours. 3 hours plus 8 hours for rest, sleep, relaxation. Never study after 11 o'clock midnight. Don't burn the midnight lamp. Wake up in the morning, 4 o'clock, 4:30, 5 o'clock, and cultivate a habit of doing important, serious work, even including uploading a video in the YouTube. Can be done with wonderful, fresh ideas in the morning hours. And that is the time, I believe, if my technological knowledge is correct, the data speed would be slower because the whole world, the new generation like you, will be snoring in the morning from 4 o'clock to 10 o'clock in the morning, and then the whole data is available in the world for you to do anything that you want with the speed of a bullet. That is commitment, hard work, time management, making efforts consistently every day till you complete your exam, every day till you finish your NEET entrance exam, your MSET entrance exam, let's say XYZ entrance that, of whichever profession that you are passionate about. Communication skills, writing skills lost during COVID-19 need to be developed. Simple thing is that communication, writing skills. Speaking skills, I happen to see some of the reviews of Anuj's video and said, sir, how beautifully you communicate. What is the secret of your communication style? Very simple, down to earth, and very pleasant. Beautifully he communicates. Matters a lot. For you to become a confident boy or a girl like him. Body language. Looking at him today, can I say that he is going to become somebody great? His mother would be really proud. And that's what I also feel. The way he enters into my room with one look of an experienced person, understand, evaluation is done, gone, finished. He is going to be a star. He is going to be the principal of this school. If I am sitting in the selection panel of interview board to select the principal of Montfort School, the way you enter into the office of the interview panel, you go for IAS selection, you go for IPS selection. The way you open your door and enter inside, the way now you are sitting here in front of me, tells whether you are suitable, confident to take up the big responsibility that you are going to be entrusted with. Confidence. It's not easily achieved. It has to be practiced. You have to be conscious that when you stand in front of me, when you talk to your friend, when you talk to your mom and dad, your communication skills, your confidence, when you stand in front of your teacher, it matters a lot. And again, this confidence can be gained only by hard work. I can talk to you for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, but I got my points here written down. I picked him up for this seminar from the video of our annual day. Another wonders of Montfort School, the second wonder today we can name it of Montfort School as annual days of Montfort School. 10 years, from class 1 to 10, he might have jumped and danced and shouted, cried on the stage. Watching that video, I picked him up. Indirectly, that confidence is already being built in front of you. He was an anchor of the 2015 annual day, confidently communicating, announcing the events and programs in front of 7,000 parents and the students in this huge ground with mega stage. From class nursery to 10th, who have been studying in Montfort School, have already that inbuilt backup battery of confidence in your genes, in your blood cells, in your brain, in your personality. Use that confidence to become a champion like Anuj. A 5-minute dance which you have put up, teachers would have made you to practice and practice for a minimum about 2 weeks for 5 hours. And then 2015, you would have seen, I came into Montfort School. I would make it very clear, sure, to the coordinators and teachers that there would be 3 minimum dress rehearsals on the stage with the original size of the mega stage that we used to put up. Minimum 3 rehearsals. You will have 3 pre-boards. And then we put up such a beautiful program. 7,000 of our parents are taken to another wonder of their own world. 300, 250, 350 students performing on the stage in front of the 7,000 parents is another miracle and the wonder of which you are all part and parcel. And that is how you gain confidence. So start practicing. It's not simply said, I put up lipstick, I put up nice makeup, I put up nice dress, come and say that I am confident. That's not confidence. You have to really be conscious, you have to be really practicing, performing, and developing that confidence as you prepare, particularly for your exam. The chapter-wise revision test will give you confidence in that sense for appearing for your examinations, the 3 pre-boards, and you need to practice and perform a lot. You would become successful like him in class 10th with 94.5%, 6%?
95.4.
95. And then you got in class 12, 92 plus, and then he has already started big, he started a gold mine now. YouTube is another mine that he is digging now. He has got another gold mine. What is gold mine? Where you dig and get gold. He has 2 gold medals to his credit in his first year of MBBS. As he performed before 7,000 parents and students, he is performing today in front of 8.5 million viewers. With what? I started with 7 C's, 7 wonders, miracle, which is the 5th C. Anyone can catch up from your mind and bring it out and tell me? Creative thinking skills. He said in his experience and his age of wisdom, his passion, it is what the world wants. Another important thing I would add to the next point, but is creativity, originality of the boy, Anuj Pachhel. Flexibility and adaptability, trying to understand what the world wants, what his mom and dad wants, and what is possible and what is impossible. maybe good blunders, stupid ideas, but that is creativity. And that kind of application of creative thinking skills is what is going to make you a successful professional. After you finish your 10th and 12th, when you get into your professional course and then your professional work, your creativity and your creative thinking skills, he's a big boy. He's a big boy. He thinks big. He dreams big, in his words. And he is doing something different. And that is getting the attention of 8.5 into 2 million eyes. How many? 16.17? 17 million eyes are watching. He is getting the attention of that kind of number of creative people like you, who are the modern generation, who are born with the smartphones and who are really also smart like him, and you are definitely all smart students. So it is your uniqueness, being creative, having big dreams, making a big difference, what is going to matter. And then I'm going to finish with the last one. What is the last one? Sixth ones. 7 C's. The first one, I have to learn from him and make you repeat. The first one, concentration, commitment, communication skills, confidence, creative thinking skills. 2004, he came to the school, traveling 16 to 20 kilometers from your house. I never knew when he was a student of class 10 that his parents are doctors. I came to know his mother when she came, and I met his mother for the first time when she came to share the success of Anuj with a packet of sweet, a doctor. His father also is a doctor. There were X, Y, Z schools in Nagpur city in the year 2004. Montfort school was just 4-year-old school. Anuj was 5-year-old boy. His father and mother, assessing, analyzing, understanding with the knowledge of a doctor, critically evaluated and brought and gave the responsibility onto our shoulder to develop and educate Anuj Pachhel. Every parent who is going to watch this video, I want to say, the critical thinking ability and assessment and analysis of Anuj's parents in putting and entrusting Anuj to the care of Montfort School, which was a 4-year-old baby in Nagpur city, has definitely made a difference. I am not procrastinating, but I am telling fact, truth. A critical decision that they made. And all that Anuj is enjoying today, I would definitely attribute to the freedom, the creative, allowing Anuj to be creative, and also they being responsible parents, trusting, critically evaluating, and giving freedom to Anuj. That was a choice critically made by his parents in admitting this Montfort school. And he is a successful champion. Another interesting example, yesterday Biden said, America will lead by example. America will lead by example. An example I will give you. So said 2018, both of them came to my office and shared sweets, told me Anuj got this rank in NEET exam, and then I inquired where, I don't know whether his mother would remember that. I inquired which are the colleges that you would prefer to get admission for Anuj. Whether we have a choice of colleges, All India Institute of Medical Sciences, where is that college? In Buttipori or Mihan or Where is that college? All India Institute of Medical Sciences. Huh? Mihan. Oh, that's there in Nagpur. Today, from 2018, was it there in Nagpur? The branch of All India Institute of Medical Sciences have come to Nagpur. Great thing for you, students of Nagpur region. Where is the top number one All India Institute of Medical Sciences? Delhi, the top medical college is in the country, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Anuj would have had a chance to go there, and then I said, why don't you put him there? Critical thinking skill of mother and probably your father, not me, your father. She said, brother, we are not that much interested in putting Anuj there in that prestigious college. I was shocked, I was discouraged. When I criticize you, you would feel bad, no? When your parents criticize you, you will feel bad. When you criticize your teacher, teachers also will feel bad. We have to feel bad. We have to criticize others. You have to have that self-criticism. And that critical decision that they made using the critical thinking skill is, I believe, to some extent has given freedom to Anuj to become a champion. He has got his own time, mother is taking care of him, and then he has explored to the world of the unknown and contributing something in his style. And another beautiful critical thought that he gave me, he created that app. For what? Is it a helper? A woman, a poor lady working in his house may dream, aspire to make her son or daughter a doctor, and it is not possible because of the huge financial crunch that these lower class, middle class Indians aspire, even if they have the best of intelligent boy or a girl as their children. A critical thought to contribute something for the society, to be of useful to the world, would generate from your that part of the brain which develops that critical thinking skills. And those 6 qualities have made him the 7, the C, the wonder. What is that? I can honestly say he's definitely a champion. And you can very well confidently take it from me, can imitate him in doing well in your studies with hard work, consistency, with a daily plan, with concentration, commitment. Communication skills is very essential. Your writing skills, speaking skills, simple, beautiful language.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.